everybody, Mark from M&M Adventures. Gonna shoot a hopefully quick video, but maybe not, on this new Predator 3500 generator that I just bought. I'm kind of excited to unpack it and see what it sounds like. I know most people buy these things for camping and stuff, which is what I'm buying it for, and I'm hoping it's really quiet and not too obnoxious. So we've got a decibel meter, sound meter to do some testing with, and so let's see what it looks like. Let's unbox it. Little RV adapter, 30 amp twist lock adapter. So depending on what you're doing with it, I'll have to pull that out, and actually I'll pull it out now and look at it. See if I can get it open. It's got a little adapter here. I'm actually not even sure. That's not my setup, but depending on what you got. Alright, throw that back in there. Let's set this stuff aside. I am guessing this is some tools. Let's take a look. Yep, this is just a little tool kit. Huh. Guess we'll have to read up on what that's a little plug with these guys on it, so I'm not positive what that's for. We'll look it up. Alright, now we gotta do the fun part, is actually getting this guy out of here. I'm gonna need to get some help. This thing weighs, I think, around 100 pounds, so I'm too big of a wimp to do this myself, so I'm gonna get my camera guy to help me out. So we've got the oil in it. Had a little mistake with the oil. I don't know what the deal was, but it doesn't hold very much oil. Used the funnel they gave us, put oil in it. It took almost a quart of oil, and when I pulled the funnel out, it just poured all back out. So made a little bit of a mess. I think I have enough oil in it at this point, and I had to do a cleanup. But be careful when you put oil in it. You're going to want to put a little at a time and check it. We filled it up with gas, or filled it up part way with gas. Also down below here is a battery compartment. You have to take this off and connect the battery before anything's going to work, it looks like. And they're apparently very concerned with starting the generator, because there's a little tag attached here. There's a big sticker stating the same thing here. And there was another little thing in the instructions about starting it. So it says turn the economy switch to off. So that's this guy right here. Goes on or off. Number 2 is turn switch to start. So we switch this guy over to start. And that's for cold. If you've already been running it, you just leave it on run and start it up. And then it says push start for up to 3 seconds or pull the start handle. So I'm going to try the starter on this thing and see what happens. So turned it to run, it smoothed out. It's showing 123 volts power. It's green. It said you need to wait for the green output to do anything with it. This thing is super quiet. I don't know if the video is actually capturing it, but it is really quiet. So that's good. I'm gonna actually shut it off here in a second and get it out of my garage so it doesn't stink my garage up, and then we'll do some actual sound testing with it. Alright everybody, so we've got this out in my front yard. I put it in the grass because in the driveway it was rattling because of the tires and stuff. I guess my driveway is not completely level, but so the grass absorbs a little bit of the noise, and if you were out in the woods it'd probably be similar to that. So it's sitting out here. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to show you the little display here. The output will go green once we get it running, and then I've got a heat gun plugged into it that is a 1500 watt heat gun, so I'm gonna do some decibel readings with it just idling with nothing on it, no load, and then right next to it, it's obviously gonna be louder than if you're away, and then we're gonna move about 25 feet away and show you the decibel readings, just so you can kind of get an idea under load and not under load what it sounds like, mainly under load because you're going to have something attached to it most likely. But let's go ahead and fire it up. Alright, so we're getting a volt reading here, 124. Amps are at 0. There's nothing running right now on it. That's a 0. The everything else is kind of zeroed out on it. So what I'm going to do is we'll move the camera here to get a reading on this. So I'm going to turn it to decibel. So right on it, it's reading 75, 76. It's adjusting because of me talking, but it's really quiet. I mean, those numbers actually seem high to me, but it doesn't sound that high when you're sitting here. It's very muted. It's not loud at all. So what we'll do is we'll leave it with no load, and we'll move back to 25 feet, and I'll give you an idea what it looks like, and then we'll do this again under load and show you what the numbers look like. Alright everybody, so the front panel on this, I'll just go over it real quick with you. It's got parallel outputs here, or outlets, so you can hook another one of these up together to get, obviously double it up. It's got a ground over here to ground it out. 30 amp AC for your, if you've got, your trailer or camper, you can plug in right here. These are the breaker resets for these two AC outlets. There's a DC outlet here with the reset. I showed you earlier the cord, I'll show it to you again, in the toolkit. This actually plugs into this, and it's got two alligator clips. And at first I thought, okay, this is cool, you can just plug this in and then connect this to a battery to charge it, but that's not the case apparently, and I'm not sure about this, but it says that this has to be attached to a charge controller, not directly to the battery. So definitely need to research that a little bit more, but that's what this guy is for, is to plug into here. Obviously it has your display, it has a low oil light, it has an overload light, and then output, that's green, you're good to go. And then you can scroll through with this little gray button here on the display to get your different, it gives you volts, amps, watts. One thing that we didn't do when we were showing you the sound on it is that we didn't turn it into this economy throttle mode or ESC throttle. It was off, so it was running full bore. When we turned it on, it actually quieted down considerably more. Not considerably, but noticeably more. And they say if you're running a light load and not maxing it out, you can put it in economy mode and it'll save fuel and it'll also be quieter, and it definitely was quieter when we ran it that way. So that's cool. Obviously this is, we went over this a little bit ago, or the off, run, and start. If it's cold, you go to start, you hit the start button, and then it's going to run really crummy. You immediately want to start turning it to run. It's kind of like the choke. So you get it to run and you're good to go. And then to kill it, you just turn it back to off. So pretty simple. Obviously I haven't used it yet for anything, but for the size it is, for a 3500 watt or 3000 watt generator, 3500 watt peak generator, it's really quiet. I'm going to be really happy with this if it doesn't give me any issues. I've watched some other videos on it. The people have used it for a while and they don't have issues with them, so I'm hoping that's the case. And I don't plan on using it a ton. I actually have a generator on my camper that's propane that we typically will use for a lot of stuff, but I'm going to keep this as a backup and for some other stuff that we might need to use it for. So hope you enjoyed the video. You can comment if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, have a great day.